Lately, I've been trying to get back into the swing of making content that isn't just the progression series, and I've been looking for the right game to make a video on. First, I bought Inscription, but I've got a lot more to say about that game than I expected at first, so it's going to need a good amount of time in the oven. For now, I'm going to recommend a second card game that kept me up deep into the night on the day that I installed it. Balatro is a poker roguelike that, if I'm releasing this video on time, comes out today. The footage on screen is, of course, recorded on the demo version that came out as part of Steam Next Fest, an event where developers showcase demos for upcoming releases. Broadly speaking, it plays like poker. You start with a standard 52-card poker deck, and each possible hand has an assigned chip value and an additional multiplier based on the difficulty of assembling it. When you play a hand, the assigned chip value is added to the sum of the ranks of the scored cards, and then the multiplier is applied. Players are given a finite number of hands in order to reach a designated score goal to move on to the next blind. Players are also given a finite number of discards, allowing them to cycle up to 5 cards per use in order to craft their ideal hand. In between stages, you spend money earned in previous blinds to alter your deck. Say you want to focus on assembling a flush, a hand full of cards that all have the same suit. You might purchase additional cards of a specific suit to add to the deck, change other suits into wild cards, or give multiplier bonuses to high-scoring cards of the suit that you're targeting. Then, you could purchase a joker that gives a passive benefit to cards of your target suit, and maximize the benefit you gain from tuning your deck in the right way. There's a ton of different ways to build towards different strategies, from leveling up specific hands to increase their score multiplier, to cutting as many cards from your deck as possible, or holding on to your money each round to maximize your earned interest, or spending it as fast as possible so you can take advantage of specific jokers that want you to have no money. Build around a specific suit, build around scoring hands that contain every suit, build around cards with high numbers, low numbers, numbers that are part of the freaking Fibonacci sequence. There's a lot to learn and a lot to experiment with. One of my favorite types of runs are junk builds, where you try and discard as little as possible and scrape by on the most common hands like pairs and 2 pairs. It really encourages you to think on your feet and use your resources sparingly. To get this much enjoyment out of a demo that represents what appears to be less than half of what the full game will have to offer is incredible. Balatro has an incredible mix of familiar and unique mechanics, and enough interesting and unique gameplay styles to remain interesting for a long time to come. I can't wait to see what kinds of runs I'll have once the rest of the card pool is accessible and the run is allowed to go on much longer.